All right, here's my 86 coupe. I'm tearing it down. We're going to do a Coyote swap on it, so I'm kind of in the parts collecting stage. And there's my 67. But anyways, so I picked up the an 18 intake manifold, and with some other parts, and it came with the bat wing cover. But anyways, we're going to do the IMRC delete on it. So I was looking what you can buy online, and you can get 3D printed ones for like 20 bucks. And then some of the others only cover the 2 holes. They're like 35-ish. And then there's some nicer ones that are metal go over all 3 bolt holes. So I decided to make my own because I didn't want to spend $60, $70 shipped. So here's what I got going on. Let me set this down. All right, I guess that's pretty good. So this is what you're taking off. It's a runner control, and it controls these little vanes up inside, and it's for mileage and stuff. And there's really no need, particularly on the swap cars. There's plenty of videos online how to take them off, but there's basically 3 screws on each side. You got to undo some vacuum lines. A little C-clip inside, which is kind of a pain, but I've already had this off. I just stuck it back on. Once you disconnect all the stuff, these things basically just pop off. And they just come off. There's a vacuum line. There's vacuum lines that go inside there. That top one are hooked here, just plug it off. There's also some brackets up here, which I shaved off, kind of clean it up some. Because eventually I want to put this cover on and modify it, because I just don't like the bat wing. But anyways, the delete plates, some are single, they just grab onto like one here and they keep this thing from moving. Some are go over both bolt holes with a hole in the middle. And like the more expensive ones, I think Anderson's got them, which are cover the 3 holes and go over it. They're like 55 or 60 bucks plus tax and shipping. So sometimes I get cheap, don't want to spend money on things like that. So I made some initially out of aluminum, cut them up, and took a while to measure them. And they basically slip on right there like that, and you bolt them on, screw them on. It kind of took a while, it was messy, so I thought about, I had some cut out of the shop here locally. They water jetted some for me. So I thought about trying to sell them. So anyways, show you how to put them on. They're ridiculously easy, but thought I'd just go through it anyways. Again, these, I don't know if you can see it, it controls these little flaps up inside there, and you just want to keep them to the full open position. So you reuse the hardware that came off of it, okay? You just pop on there like that. I think it's a T20, something like that. T25. Yeah, T20. God, yeah, I think, yeah, T25. Geez, my eyes. Anyway, they throw in there like that. And there's a slight little play just to the bolt hole, but hardly, it's really there isn't. And this one goes on, it can only go on one way. You can't, I mean, it's, you literally cannot put them on wrong. Start them like this. What I do is just want to make sure that any slight play, I just keep just tension down and just the same thing on this side. Just tension down, just make sure there's no play. That's it. Clean them up, and I don't know, maybe I'll paint them black, I don't know, but I think once the cover's on, you won't even see them. So I think I'll just leave them like that, just keep life easy. But that's it. And the next thing we'll do to modify this so it'll fit. It fits, but there's just the way it mounts the newer ones with these little bungs that stick into the intake. There's 4 of them. They're just in a slightly different position, so you have to make a bracket, and there's some guys online that have put the little files up on how to, the dimensions for what they should be, but shouldn't be too bad. Just, I don't know, just don't like the look of the Batwing. I like the older one, so anyways, just always trying to save a little bit of money. So there they are.